I was here from 1990 to 93, having taken 2 years out between school and university and spent most of them riding in races. So the first deal I had to do with my director of studies, and I write about this in my Annals of Another Family, which Newnham comes out of terribly well, rather better than my school, by the way. Slightly frightened now to ever go back to my school, but I'm very happy being here. But I went to see Mrs. Gooder, and on the first, you probably had this, the first Wednesday or Thursday of the very first week that you were here, you have to do all your meetings. You have to, meet the people who are basically going to shape your life and certainly your degree. And I said, look, I can't do those meetings on Wednesday, or can I get out of them? And she said, why? This better be good. And I said, well, I need to go and ride in a race at Chepstow. And I'm pretty certain that no Newnham student had ever said that before. And she said, why? Explain this to me. And I said, well, if I win this race at Chepstow, I will become the champion lady amateur of the year, and I'll win my weight in champagne, and I will make sure I mention Newnham College a lot, I promise you. And she said, fine. The two parts to this deal. One, you will mention Newnham if you win the race, and you'll mention it if you lose as well, but you will mention Newnham. And the second part of it is, if you can explain to me the one page of the newspaper that I don't understand, and that makes me feel a bit stupid, if by the end of your 3 years you can explain to me the racing page, then yes, you can go. So I won the race, I got my weight in champagne, I mentioned Newnham a lot, and Jean and Richard Gooder came and stayed at Kingsclear at my parents' and took them around the yard and took them racing at Newbury and probably introduced them to gambling, which is a good thing. But they loved it, and that was my, sort of introduction to Newnham, that it could be so flexible as to allow you to keep growing as a human being, that it wasn't always you will abide by the rules that we have set and you will do things when we've told you you will do them. And I think it's one of its great gifts probably to both of us is letting you be.